Hey guys, what's up? Masquerade say good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV channel. Subscribe to the channel. Just say guys, Masquerade say, Mamoka say good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. And subscribe. We are on Facebook. It's a Prince Miller Entertainment. Come on our Instagram account. It's a Prince Miller Entertainment TV. And welcome to another edition of Weekend Special. Nasi Saturday. Weekend Special. It is what it is. Nasi Saturday, and most of you off others it is what it is, and we have to work, we have to hustle. So guys, say subscribe to the channel and tell in the comment section. So I've seen a video. No, I've seen actually a post about Hopewell. I'm not gonna say his name because every time Pandora say name Hopewell, so Hopewell actually was explaining the whole situation at Chikurubhi maximum prison. Over the years, I think over the years we've heard about Chikurubhi maximum prison, and some of the things that Shatakambonzwa about Chikurubhi, are just rumors. So today Hopewell wrote a long paragraph, like in my paragraph I got one day about the situation at Chikurubhi maximum prison. We all know kuti akunakidze kuenda, and I even angu asati angunambovharirwa, but just reading what Hopewell actually said on his Facebook account, ndanzwa kumerera for you, ndanzwa kumerera, as you all know kuti at the moment Job Scholar is still in remand. Job Scholar is still in Chikurubhi, and Scholar actually go Chikurubhi. So because this boy has been denied, so now papa guys, my conditions are go Chikurubhi. I'm just gonna read what Hopewell wrote on his Facebook account. Today Job Scholar would have woken up at 5:30 early in the morning from the cold concrete, and we have to sleep past in the Magumbeze Jerry. I think most of you know those small blankets wakataka kurara unotorera pasi, unotorera musoro pasi, unotonzwa musoro uchitorera pasi, because kanenge very thick, just like a thick layer of a blanket, and so pakaipa. So today Job Scholar would have woken up at 5:30 a.m. from the cold concrete floor that he has been sleeping on since his persecution and at Chikurubhi maximum prison 4 weeks ago. So it was said that Job Scholar akutosvitsa mwedzi ari kuChikurubhi, and it seems like MDC Alliance vanombotry kumboita noise, but the one team, I don't know, but it's not enough. They should be doing all they can to make sure kuti our Job Scholar vabudiswe. And so he is not a convicted prisoner, but the vindictive nature of the regime sent him to prison meant for convicted prisoners, where he is shackled in leg irons and handcuffs like a dangerous and convicted criminal. We've seen it over days, Hopewell and Jacob Ngaruvume, and even here Job Scholar pano yakukoti kuti vanenge vakatomisa cheni maoko, vakatomisa futi cheni makumbo futi, but I don't know kuti cheni makumbo, is it a procedure here kuti munhu aiswe cheni makumbo until yachenda ku, so I don't know, maybe it's a procedure, but I really don't know. And so his only crime is calling for an end to corruption and looting of public funds of the High Court, just like all registered lawyers. His only crime is calling for an end of corruption in Zimbabwe, something that is killing our fellow citizens daily after money meant for public services like hospitals has been looted. And this prison cell is meant to house only 16 prisons inmates, but like all other prison cells at Chikurubhi prison, it is packed with 42 prisoners, and it only has one toilet with no running water for those 42 men. Guys, I'm just gonna read this once more again. I'm just gonna read this. His prison cell is meant to house only 16 prisoners. So is only housed 16 people, but renewal 42. That's almost like 3 times one cell. 42 prisoners in a cell, and there's only one toilet, and there's no running water for those 42 men. I don't know, guys. Pakaipa, one toilet for 42 men. One toilet for 42 men. No, but ratio yacho, it doesn't look good. And at times the cell can have more prisoners. I know so because I shared the same cell with a job scholar. At one point, the prisoner officials wanted to bring more inmates. Just imagine, guys. Kuti zongwa vantu kandwa vanhu momuya vosvika zvokuma 75 munorara sei 75 men pakaseo kekuti kari designed for 16 people makuisa vanhu 75 mune muchifema sei and ono kuti jail harina mawindows like imba tumawindows tomudenga tudiki diki, and tipanguva yaCovid-19 what happened to social distancing? I mean, it really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Like, for real, 75 people are mana muka sell for 16 people. This is unhuman. Hashinamira bo. So which means uchi wakasungwa wakaendeswa kuChikurubhi, or we are sentenced to Chikurubhi, or wakaendeswa kuremand kuChikurubhi. This is one of the things that we face there. Uriko. It's not just Chikurubhi. I think most majera Rwanda, they are facing the same situation. Okay, Jerry is supposed to be a place whereby, unenge uchigadzira kunzi udzokere musociety, but it seems like makwestions acho ari mujeri acho akatongooma zvokutoti wakatoenda kujeri in most cases unotozongodzoka wato a hard criminal because hazvina mirable. So I'm just going to read what Hopewell has wrote on his Facebook account, and this is in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic, which requires social distancing, but not at Chikurubhi prison. This is what I'm saying, hazvingaita kuti vanhu movharirwa muri 75 in a cell whereby it's only allocated for only 16 people. It doesn't really make sense. So Sikala and other prisoners are locked up in a prison of 17 hours daily. 17 hours daily, muri vanhu 65 muri museo for 17 hours. So which means kuti makavharirwa kuma 3 kuma half 3 up to tomorrow murimo aumana hazvina mirable for 17 hours. For 17 hours, muri 42 prisoners in a cell of 16. Guys, let's talk in the comment section. This is the weekend special with Prince. And today I'm talking about Nyaya Chikurubhi. And because I hope I follow Hopewell on Facebook. He wrote something which is very disturbing. And I was so intrigued. What? Because growing up in Iniga, just like you guys, but just reading some of these things now on his Facebook account, is this really happening in Zimbabwe? Like for real? Like wakasungwa at the moment wakana Chikurubhi. you be faced by this kind of conditions asingaiti are inhuman, because a cell is designed for 16 people, and at the moment vari kupaka vanhu like 42 prisoners in a cell. What happens to social distancing? What happens to COVID-19? As we all know, COVID-19 is at the moment, and these people are being locked up for 17 hours. I don't know, maybe normal rules acho ekucheri, I don't know, but just imagine kuti vanhu muri 42 muri mukaseo ikako, then be locked up for 17 hours daily. Amana piper. So if you feel sick during these 17 hours, you won't get any practical medical help at all. That's the bad part of it. Wakarwara but this 17 hours is auwane kana doctor kana nurse kana chi, hapana ntombo ya kwauri, untofa munhu uri museo imomo. And remember, these guys are sharing one toilet, vari 42, one toilet. Vanakaita manyoka imomo, I don't know zvinofamba sei. Vanakaita mudumbu pa those 42 men ipapo, handiziva kuti munorarika here. Guys, this is happening. This is real. This is some real thing. This is real. I don't think I hope you can fabricate this. I don't know. I don't think he can do that. And this guy is a journalist. But journalists are ethical, goals, our writer. So I don't think he can lie to us. He experienced this. So guys, let's talk in the comment section. Most wanna say 17 hours locked up in a cell which is capable of 16 people, but minimum 42, and you guys will be using one toilet. Just imagine. I'm not saying that my criminals, they deserve I'm not saying that Sheraton and Rainbow Towers. I'm not saying that. But my conditions are they mustn't be that tough. They mustn't be that, they mustn't be that low like this. Of course, but kapawo nema conditions ekuti munhu unokwanisa kurarama, not kuti munhu unobva watosvika pa that stage ekuti unokwanisa kutongofa uri mujeri mumu. So many die quietly, and the nation never gets to know how life evolves in this prison because of a deliberate lack of transparency mixed with lies and silly propaganda by the state. I do agree there. Many die quietly. Of course, when I wonder one of our boys, remember kuti wazhinji wakawanda unozonzwa akubuda mujeri akuti andine TB, ane cancer, ane this, ane that, zvimwe zvirwere zvangosina. The reason why is because of this. And some they even won't, and some they even they don't make it. Want to fira mujeri. Nzi akashaya. Airwara nezura angoti musoro kutema, and there's nothing much you can do about it. So I do agree with that many die quietly, and the nation never gets to know how life evolves in these prisons because of deliberate lack of transparency mixed with lies and silly propaganda by the state. And after waking up at 5:30 early in the morning, Sikala joins other prisoners downstairs in section B of the Chikurubhi prison, where they get porridge without sugar in it or anything else for breakfast. So makusenya 5:30 in the morning, no times wanomuka ndije. It's early in the morning. Makutopuwa porridge risina sugar. Andija. Porridge risina sugar. Red Z, what's up, man? How I do, bro? How I do? Thank you very much, Red Z, for your support, man. I really appreciate. I've seen your comments on all our posts on Facebook and on YouTube, and thank you very much, Red State, for the support. Today, man, I'm talking about Chikurubhi. Hopewell anyora a long letter on his Facebook account at explainer the situation in Chikurubhi. Kuti aomana zvina hazvina mirabo and boys in most cases 116 like macells agadzira kunzi munokwana 116 but vanhu ava vari kupeka vanhu up to 42 people pacell 1 and pacell iri ndiri 116 makusva 42 and these people 42 they'll be using one toilet and they are being logged for 17 hours a day and vachandisa one toilet and pa 42 men and zvakare zviri kunzi zoni ukarwara that 17 hours idzodzo wavharirwa wanzwa mudumbu kana kuti wanzwa musana kana kuti musoro kutema, you won't get any medical help for those 17 hours. This is what Hopewell is saying on his Facebook account. And so thank you very much for joining us, Red Z. Salute. So I was there where I was talking about that after waking up at 5:30 in the morning, Sikala joins other prisoners downstairs in section B of the Chikurubhi prison, where they get porridge without sugar in it or anything else for breakfast. Down there will be around 500 prisoners in section B, yet they only have 2 toilets for use. Let me read it again. Down there will be around 500 prisoners in section B, yet they only have 2 toilets to use. Yes, 2 toilets for 500 prisoners from the 12 cells in section B. Section B in a 12 cell, and there's only have 2 toilets for 500 prisoners. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't really make sense. Like, for you, 500 prisoners and this guy in 12 cells, and there's only have 2 toilets, 2 more toilets for 500 men. I don't know. So hampinjike mtoilet macho 500 men vachanisa 2 more toilets. Each section is 12 cells. There's no running water. Hapana mvura yakachena. There's no running water in the downstairs area. Just like in the cells, there's only 2 toilets for 500 people. There's no running water. Hakuna matepe, hakuna mvura. So which means kuti munhu akatatsvina usiku inotonhuwa kusvika makuseni mavhurirwa zvakare. Ndizvo zviri kutoreva because there's no running water. Handizive kuti kana iwe wakapreswa nemudumbu tomboti vadya beans dzawapuwa dzisina mafuta or anything, mudumbu utakurwadza wakunzwa manyoka, handizive kuti zvinofamba sei because you are not allowed to be haubvumidzwa kuti ubuda usiku, and my toilet is only 1 for 42 prisoners and 2 for 500 people. So it means kuti wakadzwa manyoka usiku, handizive kuti panofamba sei. I'm so sorry to say this because tiri vanhu ka, of course tinoda kushandisa chimbuzi, but pane svika nguva yekuti unombopreswa and pane pakatoipa. So here he's saying kuti there's no running water in the downstairs. Just like in other cells, there's only 2 toilets for 500 people. Prisoners spend 7 hours of their time downstairs when they are fed and where they are exercised. And when I left Chikurubhi 2 weeks ago, almost all prisoners had no COVID-19 mask, a direct consequence of the looting of the public funds, plunder of national resources, which I had reported on in June and July, leading to my arrest. At 10:30 a.m., Job Scala and his fellow inmates are given lunch, which comes in old, dirty wheelie beans. It will be badly cooked and boiled beans with no cooking oil or anything else, just boiled beans with water. I think we all grew up tichingozonzi kuchikurubhi unopuwa sadza nebeans risina mafuta, but that doesn't make it normal. It's normal, I still believe that even if uri musungwa, you still deserve a proper meal, and you still deserve a proper meal in a sadza, in a just look at young Majeri, like Majeri Kolana America and stuff, even here in SA, here want to pour proper food, want to go a balanced meal, a balanced diet meal. But on the code zviri balanced, like 2 pieces chingwa, unoona pane ka apple, unoona pane ka supu, unoona pane chichi, kuitira kuti health yavo irambe iri bo. But in Zimbabwe it's another side whereby munhu anodya sadza at 10:30 in the early morning, and there's only sadza and boiled beans, andika pakaipa. And beans dzinongoboiliswa ane mvura chete, so which means kuti udya sadza ne beans dzine starch, sadza rine starch, maybe ndo zvinogutisa, maybe ndo zvinobata dumbu, I don't know. Let's talk in the comment section. And because remember kuti vanongodya ka 2 chete pazuva rese, so maybe they do bring those kuitira kuti yes Resident, what you said is true, man. They need a nutrition. Jail should be rehabilitated. Yeah, it's true. Jerry afana kuva really rekutraina vanhu kuti aite too hard. No, Jerry riripo pakuti munhu acorrecte mistakes aakaita, adzidzewo zvimwe zvinhu, not kuti ubva tobatwa saying like it's you are in hell. So I do agree with you, Red said here. So resembling a concentration camp, prisoners are asked to go on foreign, which is a lining up of prisoners. Foreign is a bastardization of falling in, where the prisoners sit down in lines of 5 if they are in the cell, or more if they are downstairs. They have no soap, they have no running water, nothing. As a journalist and documentation, as a journalist and a documentarian, being in prison gave me a front row seat, which allowed me to see how the regime is tragically failed to run even a mere prison. Lunch comes at 13:30, which is 1:30, and for Job Scala and his fellow inmates, again brought in same willy dirty beans. This time is badly cooked sadza with boiled cabbages. All these meals are cooked by fellow prisoners. So my fellow prisoners ndo anobika cabbage. Ndifunga rinongodze bwa rinongodze mumvura pa hapana kana mafuta. Then sadza rinenge rakabikwa zvimwe and pakaipa guys. And remember kuti 13:30 ndipo vanopedzera kudya ipapo. 13:30 mozozviona mangwana. I mean, would you imagine yourself kudya na 13:30 ramana? Dava wakapusha time up to 15:30. Prisoners vodya na 15:30. It may make sense, but 13:30 ramana. Na 1:30 idya na 1:30. Vodya sadza ne cabbage risina mafuta, risina na salt. Then mozozviona mangwana. Pakaipa. I don't think kuti ndokwanisa kurarama in those conditions. I don't know guys, let's talk. Can you survive my conditions yekuti unoita lunch na 13:30 and wozodya mangwana, and remember kuti is the badly cooked sadza and with boiled cabbages. Womana, this is the dietary routine every day, all year round. From Monday to Friday, from Monday to Sunday, for the whole year. Sadza cabbage, sadza beans, zvisina mafuta, zvinongonyikwa mumvura, zvoboiliswa, zvoibva, vakutonzi sadza iri apa sadza chacho rinenge rakabikwa maybe harinambokwata, harinamboshinyira whatsoever, mongonzi bwabwa, maybe nererero rekuti uchimuona so rinobva razara mumaoko ese apo ucha kudhigidha mukabheji tisina guys, I may laugh, but this is a serious issue here. This is a serious issue that I would wish kuti I don't know, maybe nyika ina mari, maybe Zimbabwe hatina mari yekuti tikwanisa kufidha ma-prisoners. Hazvidi kuti kana munhu yambavha ka takutomutreata like that. I don't know. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe many people would agree and say, these prisoners, they deserve this. Some people may say that, you know what? Why I am defending Mbava? I'm not defending Mbava, but I'm just saying kuti mune munhu ane kodzero dzake. All those prisoners are mujeri momo kuChikurubi or any other prison in Zimbabwe vane ma-rights just like munhu wese, but only that kuti ma-rights avo ivo ari limited. Asiyana nema-rights andinawo inini ekuti ndinoenda kwandoda kuenda, ivo havana mvumo iyoyo. Freedom yavo inenge yakatotorwa kudhara, so ma-rights avo anenge akatorwa zvavo amwe acho, but hazvirevo kuti ma-rights ekuti vasadya chikafu chiri proper anenge asina kutorwa. They still have to eat zvinhu zviri bowl. They still have to eat just like munhu wese. They still have a right to kuona mvura papa, kuona mvura papa uyu papa tap, kuonawo zvinhu zvekushandisa. The prison should provide hembe, even hembe dzokuti wapfeke. I could tell you if you go to Chikurubhi at the moment, vazhinji vakawanda havana majuice. Kana hama yako yakasa kutengera juice, kuro yakasa kusonesa juice, unotofane chando muChikurubhi because they don't provide, but usually they should provide those things. Uchisungwa at the moment, uchikanda mujeri, you should get your blankets ako, hembe dzako idzodzo, the necessary things that you need wamukati mumu. The prison services should provide. So let's say maybe nyika ina mari, maybe Zimbabwe ina mari, but we look at how many millions of dollars have been misused with these so-called ministers and vachito zvavaitawo. But still, I still think prisoners they deserve a right to proper food, also to proper clothing, just like munhu wese. And although ma-rights awo amwe acho anenge akatorwa. So they get no meat, although the prisoner they get no meat, although the prison dietary book says that they are meant to eat meat 8 times a week. Yeah, says kuti of course they should have to eat meat. Vanofana kutodyawo chikafu chiri normal, but here they say kuti bhuku racho re-dietary racho re-prison, they say kuti they should eat meat for 8 times a week. Yeah, 8 times a week. But handiziva kuti vakapedzera kudya nyama rini, but they should eat meat 8 times a week. So this is what happens when the state and the government are being looted daily without legal consequence for the crooks and looters. It's 3 o'clock. Job and his fellow inmates are locked up in their cell for the night, where for the next 17 hours they will be sleeping on the concrete floor with torn blankets heavily infested with lice. And for 17 hours, which means kuti get rinovhara na 3 o'clock, mobva makandwa mucell na 3 o'clock, mukandwa mucell, and you'll be in that cell muri 42 for 17 hours. I think I've said it before kuti pakaipa. So pa 17 hours is na 3 o'clock, munomborara, mumbotaura nyaya, mumboita sei, mumbozvambarara, mumboita sei, and magumbezi acho anenge ane inda munodzidzisa kuti inda dzinokweya ropa, and inda hadzibva zvekumhanya. Inda hadzibva once wangofuka gombezi rine inda chete. I know most of you have experienced inda hadzite. Inda dzakapindana pabhurugwa rako. The only best way is to kutongopisa bhurugwa iroro because hadzibve zvekumhanya. And just imagine kuti usiku hwese unongochungokwenya urare neinda idzodzo. Pakaipa. So I'm just going to read what Hopewell said on on his Facebook account. Job is being punished because of the state and the regime know that he has no case to answer in a proper court of law before an honest magistrate or a judge. So the regime has been pushing its critics using the office of a man called Tabani Vusampofu, not the advocate, who is supposed to be an anti-corruption prosecutor in Emerson Mnangagwa's office. He is the one behind the persecution of Mnangagwa's critics and political rivals. So the guy arikunza arikutambiswa front anonzi Tabani Vusampofu, not that Tabani Mpofu of MDC Alliance, but one same name and so it is so shameless that our cases, which are supposedly criminal, are being brought before the anti-corruption courts. That is how the regime is abusing the judiciary. Instructions are given not to give bail, and like in my case, I started serving prison time without a conviction or even a trial as a form of a vindictive political punishment. Denial of bail and delay in pronouncing bail rulings is meant to make sure that you are being punished without trial. When Job's lawyer comes to see him at the prison, he will be shackled in leg irons, a form of morbid humiliation. But like myself, Job understood that today's humiliation is a sideshow. What matters is the ending of corruption and the looting of public funds, not our individual punishment. The citizens should focus on ending corruption, which has destroyed this country. They should also stand in solidarity with the Job scholar, because his fight against corruption is for the citizens, not just for himself and his family. Today, Job and his fellow inmates as they are locked up in Section B of Chikurubhi maximum prison. They have no soap to wash their hands, no running water for the toilets or for drinking. The only water they have comes in jugs and 20-liter containers, which are then shared amongst the prisoners for the next 24 hours. Many prisoners use Bible pages when they go to the toilet. The prison fails to even provide the toilet paper. When it comes, it refuses like a Christmas moment for prisoners. That is how low Zimbabwe is sunk. Job is a convicted prisoner. I know Job is not a convicted prisoner, but he is being treated worse than one. And all Zimbabwean citizens have been able to say is free Job scholar. Hashtag Zimbabwe belongs to all. So why is your fellow comedians on social media in your millions? Yeah, this one now, guys. This is now. I think, guys, if you follow me from the first start, patakatanga ninya Job scholar, ninya this whole Hopewell and Jacob prosecution. Takatawa nina, you know what? I support Tinopa ma comedians here. I support Tinopa my lives. I need to call comedians. It is either Metiti, Madam Boss, Tatelishas, whoever, and my live on Facebook. Idio live, Idio support Tinopa. Nyaiz, I think Zimbabwe is a mush. So this is what Hopewell is saying. He's saying that Zimbabwe citizens isusu patangogona chete ekungonyora on Twitter kuti free Job scholar hashtag Zimbabwe belongs to all. Why you follow comedians on social media in your millions? Yes, I met Twitter live at the moment. How many people are gonna be watching that live? You 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, but munhu ada kutraya arakuzamawo kuda kuti sunungura musungwa matiri hawana support from us. He or she won't get even support from us. So vanowanda vachingoti hatite zvepolitics, hatitaura zvepolitics, each man for himself. Those chongoripo. So this is what Hopewell is saying, kuti we need to support, we need to rally behind Job scholar. He's the guy who have been on the forefront. I could tell you kuti when it comes to the opposition parties kuti munhu ati asungwa zvakawanda more than anyone else, it's a job scholar. I don't think kuti even iye Tsvangirai chacho, the late may he so rest in peace, I don't think kuti iye vatsvangirai kuti vakambosungwa here semasungirwo aitwa avajob scholar. I don't think so. Munhu asungwa kakawanda, asungwa so many times, avharirwa so many times, is job scholar. So Hopewell is saying kuti I know kuti we love entertainment, we love all these guys, my lives are, we love those people, but we as citizens of Zimbabwe, we should be focusing much on nyaya dzecorruption, nyaya dzekuti Zimbabwe ikwanise kuva iri nyika iri nyika yekuti etorarama for the next generation kuti vararamewo life inenge iri bold. This is what Hopewell is saying, and to me, for him to write this article here on his Facebook account, yandipa a clear insight of what is happening there, yandipa a clear mind yekunyasofunga kuti aomana zvinazomira bold. We need to talk about it, we need to discuss about it. And just go on Hopewell's Facebook account and see how many people will share that article yanyorana Hopewell. There are like 232 shares, but chenda unaona last live yametiti kuti how many people have been sharing that live yametiti. There will be like 200,000, so many people wanenge wa share that live. I'm not saying kuti I'm not attacking Metiti or anyone else. I'm just saying kuti zoni we need to focus more on what is happening in Zimbabwe. We need to focus much more about this situation, and in a job scholar. He needs our support. He needs our support for real. He needs our support, and we need to rally behind him. The same support Hazakapa Ivan Mawarire. This is the same support that we need to give to job scholar. And Apana Mosha Para. All the man said was, we need to go on the street, we need to go and protest. I don't see kuti, I don't know kuti, why is he in jail in the first place? I don't know. Just kungotara umana ngapinde mu street to protest, which is our right to do so. So guys, let's talk in the comment section. This is the weekend special with Prince, and so inyaya ngoti I just thought, let me bring it out here, and we can talk and we can think about Chikurubhi maximum prison zvikuitika ikoko, whereby conditions eko takangokura tichingoudzwa unzi akuite Chikurubhi, and kune macriminals asingaiti which vanongapara mhosva hombe, because once waiswa kuChikurubhi growing up tangozwa kuti Chikurubhi it's either kuti wakauraya munhu kana kuti une nyaya iri big ndokonokanda kuChikurubhi, and paingonzi zvone hakuiti. So I still don't really understand why also kuti kana munhu uchimirira kutongwa nyaya yako woswa kuChikurubhi. I don't know, maybe kuHarare remand prison kwakazara, I don't know, but still kuChikurubhi ndekwema criminals anenge ane mhosva hombe like major and all, but still it doesn't explain kuti vanhu vavo vashai basic thing, that whole issue yekuti vanhu munenge muri 42 in a cell of 16, and we all know kuti kune COVID-19 whereby it requires social distancing. And I could tell you kuti if you go here in SA, some of the prisons here in SA vakato adjuster, vakato adjuster their way of doing things, zvichienda COVID-19 guidelines, but it seems as if some of these things vanhu vanenge vachingotaura on paper, but in reality hapana zvinenge zvichiitwa, hapana chinenge chichibuda. Zvine zvichikunzi takumbolimita mavidzi ekuprison, then you think kuti zoni sezvo vanhu vakulimitwa kuenda kunona hama dzavo dziri mujeri, wofunga kuti maybe pane zvinhu zviri kuitwa. Hapana zvinhu zviri kuitwa, vanenge vachingotaurawo jatingotaurawo, but they should walk the talk. I believe kuti although marights avo sevasungwa anenge akabviswa amwe acho, but a right to proper food right yemunhu wese, kuti munhu ukwanisa kuonawo a balanced diet food yekuti udyewo zvinhu zvine utano and uono zvinhu zvokushandisa zvokupfeka like majuice, because akuteli kuti vakasungwa at the moment kuti uendeswa kuchikurubhi, you have to provide your own majuice and all those kind of things. So guys, ndonyaya yange ndinayo, and thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate you guys for joining us. And yes, I'm gonna read the comments here. You said what's for people who are wrongly accused? Yes, it's true. That said, if you look at it, 60% of the people who are in prison, maybe 50%, 55%, vazhinji vakawanda vanenge vasina mhosva. Maybe vakawanda vacho inenge ingori he say, she say, they say, and we all know kuti in Zimbabwe kuti kashoma kuti munhu asungwe anenge anopara mhosva wacho yekuti asungwe. Kazhinji kacho vanozobatwa ava ndo vanenge vakaplayawo a small part into it, kana kuti vanenge vangowanikizwawo vari pacrime scene, kana kuti vanenge vangofungidzirwa kuti mombe yangu ndeyakaba mombe, kana kuti chimwe. Saka there are people who are in prison at the moment vasina dzanongo vakapara, and some of these guys vari kuseva maybe 6 years, 7 years, 10 years arimo, but mhosva iye haatomboizivi, and he doesn't even know why he's in prison. It's because maybe akashaya lawyer, akashaya munhu akamirira, and he's saving time. Zvinhu zviri common. I think we've seen it on Till the Live, whereby munhu ataura kuti ini ndane 5 years ndirimo, but mhosva handina kupara. So zvinongorwadza kuseva time uri kuchikurubhi usina mhosva yaunenge wakapara iwewe. It's so sad, and I don't know kuti some people vanozofira varimo mujeri imomo, because unenge wangofunga zvakawandisa, and utano hwako unenge wakusatamusha, and zvinhuwo zvinongosuwisa. I don't know kuti inenge iri mweya yetsvina here kana anything, but zvinhu zvinongorwadza kunzi 10 years 12 years uri muchikurubhi pasina mhosva inenge wapara, and it's so sad. Zvinhu zvokuti zvinotorwadza mana, kuvhariwa pamhosva inenge usingazive, kana kuti wangofungidzwa kunzi ndiwakapara mhosva iwe usingaizive. Hazvifadzi, handiti hazvitombofadzi. So Red Z, salute. So I'm going to read the comments here. Nancy, what's up, Nancy? You always support Nancy. Nancy, salute to you, Nancy. Thank you very much, Nancy, for supporting. I've seen your comments on all our social media platforms, and you always comment. Nancy. So salute to you. Nancy, you said saka kana takatarisa ava neutsinye ndopi apa, muchena oro mutema? Nancy, it's a very sensitive issue, Nancy, panyaya yevanhu vanotsinye, because patakatora Zimbabwe, when patakatora nyika Zimbabwe, there were so many black people vaida kurarama sevarungu, and ndopa makaona kuti vanhu vakawanda vakatangawo kunogara kunana borodel and all manidika. And I think kuti isusu sevatema we become so greedy, especially Zimbabweans. Takabva tava greediness yokuti I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to have that, I want to have this. That's why muchiona kuti vazhinji vedu they don't want to be involved in politics. Vanongofunga dombo ravo ivo, kana ivo vachidya vachiguta, it's fine. Varungu vanga vanakira in a way yokuti Harare dzimba dzinonana mufakose nedzimwewo nzvimbo dzaipuwa vanhu. In fact vanhu vaito vanhu vanga vari pawaiting list vakatopuwa dzimba kunana mufakose ma 2 bedroom house aya. Munzi mimi munowana ngani? Ndinowana 3. Munzi okay, 2 bedroom houses vakubhadhara mari pamwedzi. Vangowane a structure, vangowane a way yokuprovide basic infrastructure. That's why you see kuti kumbare kune matapi flats, because angari ima bachelors. But just look kuti zvakazofamba sei. Just look at the current situation at the moment kuti kumatapi kwakamira sei, kumaflats kwakamira sei. It will explain to you kuti ava vakazotora nyika vakatadza kunyatsorana mushe. They failed to keep up nelevel yenge iripo pavarungu. Ina kuteli kuti zvakaafecta vanhu vari kunze, about kuti vanhu vari mukati, vari muprison, vari mujeri, about vanhu vari kuchikurubi. So kana hurumende ichitadza kuchengeta vanhu vari kumatapi flats, about munhu ari kuchikurubi. So these are some of the questions that you have to ask yourself kuti awamana kana vanhu vazhinji vachishaya pekugara, vachishaya basic things like running water, basic things like health care at the moment haitombobatiki. Kana usina mari, usina ma-US dollar, unotofa uri kuparenyatwa. So just imagine kuti musungwa ari kuchikurubi pakaipa. Kana usingazikanwa, usina zita like Hopewell, unotofa uri akuchikurubi. Because Hopewell had to request a private lawyer kuti awe kuchikurubi. So kana usina lawyer, usina zita, usingazikanwa, unotofa uri kuchikurubi. So ZANU-PF or the Zimbabwean government, they failed to live up, they failed to maintain zvakasiwa nevarungu izvozvo. So everything went down like this. They failed to do that for over 41 years, 42 years, and they still want more years kuti varambe vachingotonga chete. But vari kutadza, they failed to. The reason why is because they are being greedy. Greediness, munhu anoita millions of dollars ari one family ine millions of dollars. Saka imi munomuchiti vamwe vanhu vanozodyei. Zimbabwe economy, Zimbabwe wealth should be shared among Zimbabweans, not just for a few families. Few families are the ones who are surviving only, but the rest, there's another topic, Nancy, but I think you have get my point. Hurumende yedu yatadza kuchengeta vanhu vari panze, vanhu chaichaivo kuti vaone ma basic needs. So we expect it to happen to the prisoners of Chikurubhi. So pakaipa, it's a very sad situation. There's nothing normal about that. Hapana zviri normal, guys. There's nothing normal about that. The prisons should operate like a normal prison, whereby they provide all these necessary things like my toilet papers. They should provide meal balanced. They should provide papers my prisoners. All those things should be provided by Zimbabwe prison services. And not kupa vanhu sadza necabbage rangonyikwa mumvura or sadza nebeans dzangonyikwa mumvura dzisina kana cooking oil kana anything hadzina. So it is what it is, guys. So I'm just gonna read some comments here and before I go. How are you guys doing? So guys, thank you very much for watching, man. I really appreciate, suicide. I would go on and on about the situation and bata, and I'm not trying here kutanzi or whatsoever, but I'm just trying to share with you guys zviri kuitika Zimbabwe and zviri kuitika kuChikurubi prison, and from Hopewell achionawo semaonero ake ari kuita iye, and I don't think kuti anganyepe, iye haana reason yekumbonyepa, because some of these things takangokurawo tichingozvinzwa kunzi kuChikurubi akuite, and nenyaya yekuoma kuita zvinhu kuZimbabwe, it seems as if the situation is now worse than ever. So I would recommend kuti tisapare mhosva, and let's not commit crime. And again, don't involve yourself in crime. And ita zvinhu zvako zviri straight. I know kuti zvinhu zviri kunetsa, people want to hustle. You want to hustle. Yeah, I know kuti unoda kuraramisa mhuri, but there are so many ways out there that unokwanisa kuraramisa mhuri. Unokwanisa kuenda kumbare, unohodha zvoda unohodha, wotengesa, wospinda mari yacho, wotowango other hustles. But it's not that I did this, I did that. Once what a criminal record, zvinhu zvakunetsa mangwana kuti uzokwanisa kuita anything in life. Besides that, the situation kumajeri ko hainamira mushe, kune zvirwere zvakasiyana, unozodzoka usina because of nyaya yekuti vaida kuhasila kana kuti vaida kuita anything zviri illegal. So I won't recommend people to commit crime, and tine machoices atinawo akati wandei, and hapana mari inomboya zviri quick. You have to work for your money, you have to work hard, and you have to live an honest life yekuti hauchoke mapurisa, hautize vanhu, hauchinje zita, because there are so many people out there vari kuvhura ma-accounts each and every day because vanenge vavhara vanhu mari vachitiza vanhu vachita sei. Hauzi upenyu hwekurarama, hauzi upenyu hwekurarama healthy way. And kana politics, if you want to involve yourself in politics, you just have to know that this will affect you and your family members and your and your loved ones. Because kana waton politics, and it's a very one wanongochidila nawo futhi, because we've seen over the years that casualties in war, especially kana usina zita in politics, unotsakatika. Once usina zita chete, unotsakatika. Ndo zvakaipira zempolitics kuti munenge muri macasualties of wars, muri maliabilities. Saka muchizongounza nikina akashayika haazombowanika zvakare, anga kudzana nevanhu vepolitics, and pakaipa guys. So ndo nyaya ndinayo today. I'm just saying kuti let's not commit crimes, let's not involve ourselves munyaya dzinozokupinza kuChikurubi, because hakuna kumira mushe. Red said, he said Yes, I already said thanks for the real talk, bro. Yeah. Salute, Red said, salute for the support that they've been giving us here on this channel. And you also said Onofuma Usiposhua. It's true. I know a number of people that I know worked as a politics, but vakangotsakatika atazombowaziva kuti vakafamba sei. So you have to there are steps that you need to learn kana vada kuita zvepolitics, and you have to build your name. You have to build your name kuti usvikewo pata level yo yana job scala yekuti even if wakasungwa mangwana unoona ma-lawyers of human rights anomhanya ouya, wakasungwa mangwana womhanya ouya. You see, so kana usina zita in politics unofira mhara. I could tell you kuti unofira mhara for you, and I know kuti maybe unenge une my intentions anenge ari right, but madhara they are so dirty vanokuita rough. Iwe unenge une my intentions ari bow, but vanokuita rough. So you need to build your name, but building a name doesn't necessarily mean kuti you have to do illegal things. And so and I would like to thank Hopewell, because Dietary on his Facebook account, and I just thought let me bring it here so that we can share here, we can talk about it, and on weekend special with Prince. So weekend say weekend, I hope kwesa kwa muri guys, we are having a blast, and we will talk again soon. And as you all know, every Monday to Friday we have live with Prince, and I think we talk more issues zinge my streets. So let's hope job scala will be given bail, and I'm still gonna be following Nyaya Scala yo tono kuti vanokwanisa kupuwa bail out here, because it's like a month vari kuChikurubhi, and it's not a pleasant place to be. And so let's hope the men will be given bail uenda kune mhuri yake, and we will also expect more support from the MDC Alliance, because he's a member of MDC Alliance. He needs to I feel kuti akapuwa bail out, he needs to lie low a bit, and I feel kuti he needs to lie low a bit job scala. I don't want it. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember guys to subscribe to our Facebook account, which is Prince Miller Entertainment, and also our Instagram account, which is also Prince Miller Entertainment. So Facebook again, Instagram, it's always open, Prince Miller Entertainment. So I really appreciate. I think that's all. I think I've talked enough. So more on the weekend, weekend in Prince. Bless up.